Now, before we even get started, I got bit by a spider last night and it looks like I have some sketchy ass nipples on my cheek. It's pretty damn bad. How you doing today, folks? Now, there has been some drama in our community, and I'm going to record a three-part video, right? I'm going to do this video, which is going to be a very long one. This video is 19 minutes I'm going to react to. So watch it all, enjoy it all. I'll make sure it's big on the screen because the point is for you to watch that and not so much watch me. Afterwards, I'm going to watch the second response in the same format. And then finally, I'm going to sum it all up in a separate video. So I have no idea what this man's going to say. I have no idea what his channel even is. And I never heard of the guy until this whole Liong Mah thing happened. Speaking of which, on the screen right now, you're going to be seeing some screenshots in regards to what this video is actually responding to. But without further ado, this is going to be a long video, so let's get started.
And this is an interruption of the regularly scheduled programming. And I will start off by saying, I would like to think two men that have been working together for going on about 2 years could come to some type of terms. I would also like to think, unlike the other party involved, I have a bit more class than to try and oust someone I've dealt with on a personal level. But since this is a route you choose, I will take the time to respond to this childish schoolgirl nonsense. And remember, I told you, anyone can catch the people's attention, but only a fool would have everyone paying attention and nothing to offer. And it seems like all you have to do when you have everyone's attention is talk about me. And I don't know if you understand algorithms, but I do want to thank you and all your people for the boost. And I've actually received 2 new offers as of today. And keep in mind, this is just a spanking for the lies. Maybe glove half off. But if you want everything to be public, keep on trying me with the lies, Leon.
So first off, this video is beautiful. I gotta respect somebody that takes the time to make something like this out. So regardless of what the actual truth of the matter might be, this looks fantastic. Also, the man definitely has a point. The algorithm, with negativity, with drama, with hate, it all equals clicks. And that builds you up real fast, so.
To be public, keep on trying me with the lies, Leon. So what would be some of the reasons you would work with me so long? Because you're not going to tell the people that I got you placement in 3 different locations out here. You're not going to tell the people how I had an influx of customers come in via the videos. You're not going to tell the people how many units all those stores bought from you. You're not going to tell the people how I sent you a camera that's upwards of $4,000 and it probably sits in your house and collects dust. You're not going to tell these people that. You're not going to tell the people how you blackmailed David Dane, how you've gotten over on multiple knife makers. You're not going to disclose this information. Why? Because you're not honest. But the fact is you've told me all this either in email.
All right, one thing I will say is this man is making a lot of accusations. And I'm a firm believer if you are going to say something, back it up. This is a very nice video. It's done very well. It wouldn't have been that hard to have screenshots pop up and everything else and fit the same feel of the actual video. If you're going to accuse them of blackmail and negativity, back it up. So far, the video is done very well. I kind of respect the way he's going about it all, but that part right there rubs me the wrong way. Vice versa, Liong Mah had an accusation and showed no proof. So at this point in time, both parties are being very kind of shady because, to be very clear, no confrontation is ever one-sided. So whatever's going on, chances are the truth resides somewhere in the middle because both of these men are very clearly holding their cards close to their chest.
On multiple knife makers. You're not going to disclose this information. Why? Because you're not honest. But the fact is you've told me all this either in email or some of it you said on camera. I don't know if you knew we were still filming, but that's not on me. What's on me is to keep that archived. But since you want to go this route, this is a story of how I met and derailed Liong Mah from illegal actions he is so fond of taking. So I will start with just part of the list made by Liong Mah, whom he has screwed over from the great Todd Begg to even David Sharp. And Leon's sad case of hatred has even made him name a knife, Bob Trzula Sucks Dick, which he was made to switch it to SDC. And he even stole Bob's blade. Due to karma, Liong probably sold 3 of the SDCs and he ordered 400 about. So to try and scam more, he had different color hardware installed and some extra milling done, and tried to reissue the same BS knife to his customers as a totally different item. Yup, great business, Liong. And to add injury to insult, and David, you can chime in anytime if I'm lying, Liong has shown and sent me pictures of David Dang, owner of Riot, smoking cigarettes. No big deal, right? Wrong. Liong tells David if he doesn't do certain things in business, Liong will send the pictures to David's wife. So wait, if this grown man doesn't follow your orders, you will try and destroy his family. Okay, this just shows your blackmailing character, Liong. And maybe that's why people say Riot always puts extra...
Hey, can I just say that if that's actually true, that is such a profound fucking line. Now, to be very clear, there's a whole bunch of statements, not a lot of evidence, but if that's actually true, why is nobody mad about that? They're mad about somebody possibly stealing some knives or whatever, allegedly. But if this man is blackmailing pieces of our community, why is nobody mad about that? What the fuck? Hold on a second, folks. I need to calm down. Like I'm fucking on one right now. All right, let's resume.
Follow your orders, you will try and destroy his family. Okay, this just shows your blackmailing character, Liong. And maybe that's why people say Riot always puts extra care into the LMD flipper. Well, hell, if he stands to lose half of everything from a divorce, he pretty much has no choice. And then there was the time you saw me with my adored Pina Lanny, and you tried to tell me how he steals all your names and designs, and then goes and makes them with Riot. So you made the L1, which was the exact Pina Lanny design taken and made into an integral to mask the theft. But if you look at both side by side, you can't deny or explain any of this. And as I said, this is just a short part. There's so much more, but let's move on. I'm just trying to build character on Liong. And I just want to pause really quickly and take time out for reality. And that's what I live in, Liong. Because you see, what Liong is going to try and do is paint this bad picture of me. A couple of people have sent me what he said. I briefly read over it, but I don't really indulge in the lies and not the truth. What's the point in my mind? But he would have you believe all these evil things about me. I'm this person, I'm that person. Let's take a moment in reality, Liong. Why would you work with someone that you thought this of for over a year and a half? Because I don't have ill things to say about you, other than you don't want to pay for services rendered and you're trying to weasel your way out of it. I didn't have a problem with you until you started just telling me blatant lies, contacting me and telling me you're going to do this and you're going to do that, and you never followed through. If this would have happened on month 3, Liong, I would have stopped working with you on month 3.
I will say the gigantic big heads things, while normally I find that funny, in the context of a very serious video, it's sort of out of place. The editing, I respect it. It's humorous, but like I think your case would be better served with not having that in there, just to kind of keep it more humble, close to heart. If Liong Mah wants to make a whole bunch of crazy accusations and you're trying to be like the calmer head of it all, this is kind of the wrong way to do it, but those are just my 2 cents, my own personal opinion.
So I feel like there's no point in me moving forward. And I also want to add, this whole time I've been quiet. I don't need to run out and scream the truth from the mountaintop. The truth will be heard. The thing is, I needed to be quiet long enough for you to do all the things that you did in order to hang yourself. When we go to court, you can't defame someone and then say that they owe you money. You know, that's not how this works. You can't threaten and try and... I've seen where you've told people what side of town I'm on and where he's at. I don't live in that world, Liong. I'm not scared of that. One thing I do know is for certain, I have a family and children, and they will be protected. So whoever you send over here, when they go back to you, whatever way they go back to you, that's on your conscience, Liong. Let that be known too. So I have nothing to hide, and I'm not afraid of no one. Sorry. Under the rather shallow character of Liong, fast forward to our little situation. And I filmed Liong's total 2019 catalog and was compensated, no problem. Then this is where he tried to get over on me. For about the last 5 months, Liong has been calling and stating he is shipping me something. Every other week, he would call and say, hey, anything you need, or what do you need me to do to help out? And I knew it didn't matter what I said. Liong wasn't going to send anything, which he didn't. Even though Liong had buyers on my end for about $1,000, it was only basically about 4 knives. He didn't even send the knives that I needed to sell, so he lost out money and I lost out money. And Liong's always stressed to me, never overpromise and underproduce. And honestly, everything he tried to tell me you shouldn't do, he's done. For instance, when he visited back in February, he said, no matter what, we won't sell any of the new lineup at this meet and greet I set up. He takes a client of mine and sells him a Cuff 4.0. And this is a key part to his lies, so please note this part of the story. And at this time, Liong and I were on good terms. So knowing the Cuff is Liong...
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. That was kind of funny. Again, out of place for the video, but it was funny.
And this is a key part to his lies, so please note this part of the story. And at this time, Liong and I were on good terms. So knowing the Cuff is Liong's favorite build, and also he's a weirdo because he always tells people he keeps his carry in between his underwear and belly, pelvic area. So why would you sell someone a knife that you wore around in your nasty crotch? Anyway, I told him to sell Paul Windmiller my Cuff 4.0 that he gave to me for filming the new carry. That way he could still have his Cuff 4.0 that he loved. Sorry, Paul. I know you thought you had an LMD personal carry, but I wouldn't want you flicking Liong's pubic hairs out in your face every time you took the knife out. So like Drake says, you can thank me later. Anywho, after Liong consistently being caught doing what he said he wouldn't do, then calling me and asking me what I need just to never follow through, I told him before he stepped off the plane, I can't do any business with someone who consistently lies. Like I didn't even call you. You called me 5 times to what? Make yourself look terrible? And to this he told me he was getting old and business had picked up so much and he had been getting orders out. By the way, first, I did all the video work and put eyes on LMD. Liong disclosed to me he was ready to close down LMD in 2019 and 2020. It had taken such a tank. But basically, you, Liong, told me because of all the hard work I put in, you've gotten too busy to ship me things you called and inquired about, and wait, you're too busy going to the post office to ship boxes?
See, one thing I really like about this video is he's telling a story. He's painting a picture. Now, irregardless of if it's accurate or not, because honestly nobody really knows besides Liong Mah and the Fuller Fanatic, it's their own personal business. At the very least, he's trying to give all the information he possibly can, which in my opinion, Liong Mah kind of didn't. So it's an interesting thing, man. I started this video ready to hate this guy, and I don't know, man. I'm kind of in the middle right now.
You called and inquired about, and wait, you're too busy going to the post office to ship boxes to go to the post office and ship my box? That doesn't make any sense. Liong, do you even think about the things you say or do you just talk? Anyway, at this point, I told him I'm out, and he got upset, and he said he's getting all his knives back, even though we had agreed to me saying I'm taking knives for filming knives. And this guy even had the audacity to read my first request for filming the new catalog when I visited him in November and said, your video and talents are worth more, pick more knives. But I guess this is just part of his scam. And so I've completed the entire lineup per Liong's request. And he came in town and tried to lie and say all the knives were samples and they all needed to go back. Number one, you haven't held your word on anything in the last 5 months. So why would I believe you now and that you're gonna pay me later? Number two, the part of the story I said, remember, if they were all samples, why would you sell Paul a crotch rocket sample if they had to all go back? Number three, if you needed them back, why not just pay me the value of the knives like I said, and you can take them? I don't want these knives that bad. And by the way, all the M390 units had rust on them. That was another issue. You didn't want me to put that information out. And you told me you would no longer work with me if I told the truth. Why would you get mad at me for me telling the truth? I'm not exposing you. You didn't.
Hey, that in particular, as a content creator, I would love to see that screenshot, because that sort of censorship, that's really, really not okay with me at all. Like, I take that deeply personal. I've had companies before offer to send me shit, and they're like, okay, well, you have to say this, and they basically give me a script. Those companies, I say they can go fuck themselves. There have been some pretty major brands that have reached out to me or whatever. Not huge, to be clear. I'm not a big enough creator to get a huge brand, but something decent sized for my level that are basically like, hey, you want to check out our products? I'm like, yeah, sure, I'm down to check out anything. And then they're like, okay, well, here's a stipulation. You have to talk about this, that, and the other, and here's what your final review has to say. And at that level, I'm like, fuck you. Like, my integrity's not for sale, dude. Like, genuinely, fuck you. Get the hell out of my DMs. I'm not playing that game. So if that's the case, Fuller Fanatic, and you watch this video, man, please send me those screenshots because I will get these out everywhere.
About another point you didn't pay me for, Leon. I've gotten you in 3 stores: the Blade Bar, Arlington Knife Shop, and Black Tie Gun. Something you have never accomplished in all your years of LMD is getting yourself into a storefront. And have you paid me any points like you said you would off of any of those accounts? No. And after which karma set in and you lost 2 of the accounts.
Does Liong Mah or Riot or whatever have anything to do with the Spartan Blades Harzy? Sorry, this I know it's off topic, but this knife popping up on the video just confused the hell out of me. It just seems very out of context. Anyways.
Red, you have the nerve to come back and call me and ask me to go up to that store to fix whatever issue you have, but you don't want to pay me my points for landing the deal? Okay, Leon. Again, this shows your character. And back to the point of you getting mad about your knives having rust, I wasn't going to lie to people while you ship them rusty knives.
Also, if you see me on my phone, I'm taking notes for the next video, so keep that in mind. Certain things this man is saying definitely need to be addressed one way or the other, and I don't want to forget them, and either should you.
Hey, Leon. Again, this shows your character. And back to the point of you getting mad about your knives having rust, I wasn't going to lie to people while you ship them rusty knives because you're already stuck with them. It actually looks like little red veins in a person's eyes, or like red lint. But trust me, people, the M390 is riddled with rust cracks and spots. Anyway, Leon wouldn't pay me, so I did keep the knives we agreed on. This is where Leon's anger issues led him up the wrong tree. After lying and telling the police and trying to file a false claim, which is a civil matter, but you lied either way, so it didn't work. And of course, Leon keeps going and commits fraud now. Leon, just as he told me, and it shows to the PayPal company, he did this to someone filming his TikTok videos. And trust me, my people are trying to find them right now, and it won't be hard. So what he did to me is he went all the way back to January 4th on a PayPal, and he said he accidentally sent a payment, or it was unauthorized. Oh, Leon, you put a memo on there saying that you're paying me for video work. Well, as PayPal said, it usually takes 7 to 10 days to decide in these cases and their matters. Leon's claim was denied the next morning, and now he has fraud on LMD. So you're going to compound that with doing another false claim, Leon, and this is just getting sad. And to your point where you tried to go on Facebook and say that I demanded $30,000, you again asked me. You said you wanted me to stay with you for 2021, another year. What would it take? I told you salary. Stop lying to these people. Then you said my number shrunk to 7,500. No, it did not. When you said you couldn't afford the 30,000, I told you you do not own your catalog of those 50 videos on your page. You paid for their production, but you did not pay to own them. That's 2 totally different things. So if you want to buy your catalog of 50 videos that I shot for you, that will be 7,500, and you own all the rights to them, and you can go on about your way. That's what I said. So if you're going to tell the story, please tell it clear and correct. That's all I ask. But thank you for building my civil suit against you, Liong Mah. But even more, showing the world the truly sorry and petty crook you are and aspire to be. See, the one thing you're not gonna do is have me do work, miss time with my family. I have a girl and children that love me. And Leon, that's something you will never know about. Leon, you've personally told me that you have never had a girl other than prostitutes you paid in the DR. And you watch them take your money and go home and give it to their husband.
Oh, damn. Hey, I don't care if that's true or not. That's hilarious, and it's fucking dirty as hell. And if it is true... oh, shit. I'm probably burning a bridge of Liong Mah right now. Again, I don't care. If you're sensitive and you can't take my personal opinion, then we wouldn't work out anyways. But that is funny. If that is true, that's hella funny.
So let's stop it. But what you're not gonna do is have me work, miss time with my family, promise me to pay me for said work, and then when said work is done, say, oh, you know, by the way, I'll pay you later, whenever I feel like it. According to you, you said you're going to give me the knives back whenever you get them. That's indefinitely. So I'm supposed to do work that's done now and wait indefinitely for payment? You haven't even gotten any of the models that you say, apparently. if I'm supposed to believe you. And me and you are not on good terms, and you have not done any of the things you said you were going to do in the last 5 months. So I should then say, okay, let me believe him again. That's why when you came down here in my face and asked me, I told you all of this to your face, Liong. We're not going to play like this. According to you, you gave me $60,000 worth of old customs, one-offs. You have gotten every one of those knives back. So if I had a reason to steal, why would I give you all those knives back and keep this little bit of knives? This little bit of knives is what you told me you're going to pay me for my work, and you're not going to weasel your way out of it when then you find out I'm not going to continue to down this path with you of lying and deceit, and you just telling me whatever you want to tell me, and I'm going to jump and say, yeah, okay, and do work and not get compensated for it. I don't know what type of world you live in, but that's not the world that I live in. I'm sorry. And I can just imagine if you put all this energy into your builds, they would actually probably be amazing. But fueled by your hate for others, this will always be just another sorry SDC. And like you told me, you could build a titanium boat with all those unwanted SDCs sitting in your basement rusting away, Liong. So I hope you don't end up in the same position. I didn't steal anything. I am honestly sitting here saying I withheld what you told me in writing. You're gonna pay me. That's not stealing anything, Liong. I'm totally sorry. Just like the police told you, it's a civil matter. That's a dispute in finances. So you can continue to lie to the people. You can continue to lie to yourself. Personal business for me is personal business. I continue to put your videos out with your release dates that you asked. I wasn't going to ever do this. If you think that you're going to try and come out there and destroy my name, it's not going to happen, Leon. I live in the real world, Leon. I have a family, like I said, and children, something you'll never know about. I live in the real world. I don't live off Facebook. It took me so long to see these things you posted. I don't go on there like that. So it does not affect my day-to-day life. Let me let you know that. You're not the first or the last company that I've taken and built up. Anyone watching my channel can see it's a formula. I just applied that formula to your dying company. That's all that was. You are a very replaceable part of the equation, Leon. Let's get that understood. I can plug in any other business and it would do the same thing. It's a proven fact. I've done it before. So just for all you people out there, you want to take Leong's word for it?
I want to make something very clear to everybody still watching this very fucking long video. I don't take anyone's word for shit, especially in matters of business. You show me proof and then I will believe you. Until then, it's just, it's just words, man. It doesn't mean anything. Game of Thrones has a great saying that I like to quote all the time, and that is, words are wind, which means they don't mean shit without substance behind them and proof to back it all up. So, Fuller Fanatic, if all of this is true, burn the bridge, brother. It's already been burned anyways, man. Post everything up, let everyone see it, and I promise you this whole thing will turn on Liong Mah in such a profound and ugly way, it'll make your head spin. Vice versa, if you are indeed a scumbag and everything Liong Mah is saying is true and you're just making up a whole bunch of fancy stories, then keep it to your chest. And people are going to believe otherwise, and it's just going to damage your reputation, man. But if it is all true, sir, please post it. Like, I'm begging you from my little ginger heart, like, please post it. Not only do I want to read it, because I'm just curious, especially about the prostitution thing, that's just funny to me, but it would also help your case and be damn entertaining content. Make a video, brother, post it all up. I want to see it.
You want to take Leong's word for it? Go right ahead. And it would do the same thing. It's a proven fact. I've done it before. So, just for all you people out there, you want to take Leong's word for it? Go right ahead. I have no problem. Like I said, I am holding what you told me in writing. You're going to pay me, Leong. That's not theft. Not one bit. What you're trying to do is you figured out that I'm not going to continue along with your games and do whatever you say. So now you don't want to pay me anything. And that's just not how the world works, Leong. I'm sorry. So with that, Leong, you keep on trying to ship out these rusty knives, and you see how long you have with your customers. Me, those aren't my customers. This is not the world I delve in. If I didn't sell another knife, it wouldn't make me a difference, Leong. I promise you. Again, it's a reality. I'm in media, Leong, and one thing about being in media, you have to be honest. You have to be truthful and transparent, and I can be honest with myself. I'm a black man in America. How easy is it to paint me as a thief and everyone's going to jump on the bandwagon? That's easy. But what you know and the people don't know, you know this, Liong, but the people don't. I sold the house I own for $250,000 a year ago. So why would I have to steal from you? When you brought the guy over from Portland to my house during the ICCE show, he said, "Oh my God, you have an Apple shredder in your house." Yeah, I spent $15,000 just upgrading this computer in the last 2 months. I spent $7,500 on a 32-bit processor, Liong. Like, let's be for real. I then turned around and spent almost $23,000 on video equipment, Liong. Now that we have to check into reality here, Liong. I have spent what you said that whole collection that you sent to me to do pictures of was worth. What do I look like?
Hey, that is a badass setup. Holy shit, I respect it. Regardless, whatever this is, that's awesome. I am so jealous. I have a $1,200 camera in my kitchen with no audio foam around me, so my audio always sucks. And I'm sitting in a shitty ass used chair that I think I got for like $30 off a garage sale.
Couple grand worth of knives from you, Liong. Let's be honest. This is what you said in writing I was going to be compensated with. The end. And I know you were mad. You didn't want me to keep them because I wouldn't continue working with you. And at that point, I had a disdain for you. I don't want to keep them. So I offered for you to pay me their value. You could have given me the money and said, "Hey, if you want those knives so bad, here's the money for them. Buy them when they come out, when they're released." You didn't offer that. You just said, "I need to take everything and you get nothing for the work you did. And by the way, I'll pay you at some point." And you even had the nerve to ask me, Liong, "Hey, you don't think I was going to pay you?" No, you wouldn't send me. You kept calling me and asking me what I needed and telling me you were sending me something in addition to that, and it never happened. What would make me believe that you're going to pay me? But as I said, I don't have to sit on here and spew ill things about you. I keep personal things personal, and I choose to do it that way. This is the route you wanted to take, so I feel like let's just lay everything out on the table, and the people can decide for themselves.
I agree. Lay everything out on the table, which, to be clear, this is a 20-minute long video. You've said a whole bunch of stuff. A lot of it's very entertaining, very eye-opening, but there's not too much proof, man. So if you have it, lay it out, man. Please. Again, my ginger heart's begging you. Lay it out. I want to see it.
So I feel like let's just lay everything out on the table, and the people can decide for themselves. This occurrence happened more than a week ago. If you notice, I keep business and personal separate. All the while Liong has been trying to take different avenues of trying to scam and skim money back, I've done nothing but drop his Cup 4 video. Because for me, it's business, it's not personal. And I'm going to uphold to my end of the business, just like you're gonna uphold to what you said you were gonna pay me. But now in this event that you're defaming me, you're putting up all these lies, having people come to my page and comment on my page. And number one, it's funny, you didn't post up any proof. You just said these things. I have receipts, Liong. I have all the proof. But since you're just gonna go out here and post and say lies, I have no choice but to take to my channel and respond. And I don't really think you're gonna like what I have to say, because what I have to say is all facts. And in some instances even, you're recorded. I don't know if you don't remember we're recording, or you're mic'd up, or you just don't care. But in some instances, you're recorded saying these things directly out of your mouth. It's not an email, it's not a message. It's direct from your mouth. But just so you know, Liong, I would have simply just taken it to court. Let the courts handle it. Now, you make it my business to destroy your company with nothing but the facts of the person you are and the things that you have done to numerous people. And then maybe you'll see from your anger, your childishness, you destroyed yourself. You let your own anger eat away at you like a cancer until you were gone. But just know, I was the one that did this to you, me. Pull the wool over people's eyes to make them believe whatever you want to make them believe. I don't have a motive to do that. I don't have a reason. Only motive I have here is to feed my family and to be compensated for work that I have done. And that's what's going to happen, period.
Well, damn. So first off, I'm going to drop this video tonight. The next day, I'm going to drop the other part of it, basically talking about everything with all information provided. Now, what I will say is there is a lot, and I mean a lot of stuff back and forth, or one person saying one thing and not actually shown any type of proof. The Fuller Fanatic did it. Liong Mah did it. The time has come to basically, if you have problems, grievances, if you want to bury somebody, if you have a personal vendetta against them, to show what these issues are. I'm a firm believer, man, if I have a problem with you, it's just with you. I'm not going to burn bridges. I'm not going to play games. I'm not going to sit there and try to make a public scene about it. We're going to handle this shit like men, either with our words or with our actions. But either way, I don't make a scene about it. That being said, Liong Mah has chosen to make a scene about it. Right or wrong, that was his choice. The Fuller Fanatic now has chosen to make a scene about it in response to Liong Mah. Right or wrong, that's just how it is. So now, everything, man, on both sides, bring it all to light and let everybody judge with actual information, not empty words. As always, folks, I love you all with all of my heart. Please take care. I love you all, and bye-bye.